So hi everyone. In the last class we discussed about constraints. Right? Constraints are used to apply some conditions or restrictions on the database objects like tables. And we have discussed about different types of constraints. Right? In the last class we have discussed about constraints. Constraints are used to apply conditions or restrictions on Okay. Constraints are used to apply some conditions or restrictions on the database objects like tables. Different types of constraints are null constraint, not null constraint, primary key constraint, unique key constraint, foreign key constraint, candidate key, composite primary key, checked constraint, default constraint. Main purpose of constraints are used to validate the data. Before storing the data in the table, if you want to validate the data, we have to apply constraints. Yesterday in the last session, we discussed all these things. Okay, constraints can be applied at the time of creating the table or after creating the table. Primary key constraint we have seen. Today we'll discuss about unique key constraint. Today we'll discuss about unique key constraint. Let us see what is unique key constraint. Unique key constraint will not allow duplicate values. Unique key constraint will not allow duplicate values. And point number 2, unique key constraint. Unique key constraint will allow null values. Will allow null values. Next point, we can apply more than one unique key constraint. We can apply more than one unique key constraint on a single table. We can apply only one primary key constraint on a single table, but more than one unique key constraint on a single table we can apply. And unique key constraint will have constraint name. Unique key constraint will have constraint name. Is it clear? Unique key constraint will not allow duplicate values. Unique key constraint will allow null values. We can apply more than one unique key constraint on a single table. Is it clear? Here unique key constraint will have constraint name. So let us see syntax. Syntax for all the constraints are similar. Syntax is create table name, column name, data type, unique, comma, column name, data type. Is it clear? Syntax to apply the unique key constraint. Okay, na? Example, you can take here something like this, create table emp, column name enumber, data type int. Here you can apply unique. And here you can give ename, data type varchar of 50. So we can apply more than one unique key constraint on a single table. Is it clear, everyone? Mostly what type, how many primary keys you can apply in a single table? Only one. You can apply more than one unique key constraint. Syntax 2 to apply unique key constraint with constraint name. Syntax is create table name, column name, data type, constraint name, unique. Is it clear? You can apply the constraint. If you're not giving any constraint name, your default constraint name will be assigned. Are you following? So mostly you can take Aadhaar card number, similarly vehicle registration numbers, these all can be applied as unique key constraint. For example, let us say create a table with name employee with columns. Here you can give employee number, employee name, basic salary. Similarly, you can give something like phone number. Similarly, you can give something like email ID. Similarly, you can give is. So here apply primary key for e number, because two employee names may be same, but a number must not be same. So only one primary key must exist. So e number is the primary key. Apply primary key for e number, and here not null for e name, and you can apply unique for phone number, because two employees cannot have same phone number, same email ID. So how to create a table? Data type int, apply primary key, comma, column name ename, data type varchar of 50. Similarly, comma, column name bsal, data type money. And similarly, here I'll try to give phone number, data type is big int. Is it clear? Data type is big int. And here I'll try to give email ID, data type is varchar of 50. And here you can apply unique, and phone number also, if you want, you can apply unique, something like this. And unique key will allow only one null value. It will not allow duplicate values, but will allow only one null value. Is it clear? Employee number must be primary key, remaining all are unique keys, phone number and email ID. Two employees cannot have same email ID, same phone number. Okay, this is how you can apply unique key constraint. Similarly, syntax to apply unique key after creating the table. If you want to apply the unique key after creating the table, you can have one more syntax is there. How to apply alter table name, add unique of column name, that is one syntax. Similarly, you can apply syntax to apply unique key constraint after creating the table. By using constraint name. Here you can write alter table name. Is it clear? Add constraint name, unique of column name. Constraint name main purpose is to identify the constraint. Same syntax for unique and primary key, just in place of unique you can keep primary key. Okay, just the syntax will change. Same as primary key, yes. Constraint syntaxes are similar. So until now we discussed about what? First one we discussed about null constraint. And here we discussed about not null constraint. And here we discussed about primary key constraint. And here we discussed about unique key constraint. And here we discussed about unique plus not null constraint. Is it clear? So these are the different constraints. First we have to discuss about what? Duplicate values. First we'll discuss about duplicate values. Null constraint will allow duplicate values? No. Actually, yes. There is no relation between duplicate for null. Not null constraint will allow duplicate values? Yes. Primary key will allow duplicate values? Does primary key will allow duplicate values? No. Does unique key will allow duplicate values? No. Unique plus not null will allow duplicate values? No. And if you apply unique and not null for the same column, that is called as unique plus not null constraint. Similarly, here you can discuss about null values. Does null constraint will allow null values? Yes. Not null constraint will allow null values? No. Does primary key will allow null values? No. Does unique key will allow null values? Yes, only one. Unique key will allow only one null value. Two null values means that is considered as duplicate. So it will allow only one null value. Does unique plus not null will allow null values? No. Because unique will allow, but not null will not allow. If unique and not null applied for the same column, it will not allow what? Null values. Did you understand, everyone? Similarly, coming to first one is duplicate values, second one is null values. Next one is number of keys. So how many null constraint you can apply in a single table? More than one. Not null constraint, more than one. Primary key, only one. Unique key, more than one. Unique plus not null more than one. Unique plus not null behave like primary key, but it is not primary key. It will behave like primary key. Okay, if you take a state, you have only one chief minister will be there, and multiple deputy chief ministers will be there. So primary key is like CM. Unique plus not null is like deputy CM. It behave like primary key. Unique plus not null behave like what? Primary key, but it is exactly not what? Primary key. It will behave like primary key. Are you following, everyone? Next, coming to constraint name. Null constraint will have constraint name? No. Not null will have a constraint name? No. Does primary key will have a constraint name? Primary key? Yes. Unique key will have constraint name? Yes. Unique plus not null will have constraint name? Yes. Because not null will not have, but unique will have. Are you following? So this is the tabular format to get clarity actually. Null, not null, primary key, unique and what? Unique plus not null constraint. Are you following? That is how we must have the knowledge on these constraints. Constraints are used to, then PM is primary key, same as primary key. What is PM? I didn't get you. Number of keys means only one. Okay now. So next one is checked constraint. Next important one is checked constraint. Is it clear? Checked constraint means what? Yeah, PM, yes. PM is primary key. That's it, right. Number of keys means more than one columns you cannot. PM means is telling prime minister. There is only one prime minister for our country. Okay, na? So he will become a primary key. Coming to any table is having multiple columns are there. But the primary key is applied only on single column. The important column in the table is primary key. Checked constraint. Checked constraint is used to validate the data based on the condition. You can apply some condition. Based on that condition, if you want to validate the data, then we have to go for what? Checked constraint. So syntax to apply checked constraint. Is it clear? Syntax to apply checked constraint. At the time of creating the table. Syntax to apply checked constraint at the time of creating the table. Foreign key I have not yet discussed. Let me complete checked constraint. Later we'll discuss. I'm going in a sequence. You just follow. Syntax to apply checked constraint at the time of creating the table. Syntax is create table name. Here you can mention column name, data type. Column name, data type. And here you can mention check of condition. That is checked constraint. You can write some condition. For example, let us say create a table with name EMP with columns E number, E name, salary. Apply checked constraint on E number based on the condition. E number must be greater than 100. Okay, let us see how to apply. Create table EMP, column name E number, data type int. Here you can apply some check of condition. E number greater than 100, comma E name, data type is varchar of 50, comma salary, data type is money. Applying the checked constraint based on what? Condition. Is it clear? Create table name, column name, data type. Is it clear here? Check of condition. Let us see here. If you enter the value which is greater than what? 100, it will display what? Error message. Checked constraint. Let us see here, already have one table. In my database, here I have one database with name, such a demo is there. Student demo, na? Okay, here I'll delete this table. And again, I'll try to create one new table. Apply checked constraint. Here you can write the query. Create table, table name, column name, data type. Now select the query, press F5, execute. Ask me to log in. Once I will give ABC. Okay, now here I think the table is created in master database, but I want to create in student demo. By default, if you're not selecting the database, use the database. Table will be created in default database. Command completed successfully. Go to Object Explorer. There you can right click on the tables, refresh. Here you can see EMP. Edit top 200 rows. Here you have some records are there. I think. Oh, this is old table. Sorry, sir. I'll try to close this one. Again, you can see EMP, right click, edit top 200 rows. Here you can see E number. I will try to give 101, Anil 20,000, valid. Now, if I give the employee number 99, here I'll give Sunil, here I'll give 23,000. You will get the error. Because what is the error you got? You see here, the insert statement conflicted with checked constraint. The conflict occurred in the database student demo. In the table EMP, column E number. Based on the condition here, the condition is employee number must be greater than what? 100. If you insert any employee number less than 100, it has to display the error. Here I'll try to give 102. Okay, na? That is how you can apply the checked constraint. So there is one more syntax is also there. Syntax 2. There is one more syntax is there to apply what? Checked constraint. Is it clear? Syntax 2 to apply checked constraint. I'll try to give something like this. What is the syntax I'll give? Something like this. Table name. Here I'll try to give column name. Syntax 2, I'll try to give something like this. Create table name, column name, data type, constraint name, check off condition. Okay, now you can give the constraint name for checked constraint. Let us see here. Example, let us see. Create table EMP. Now I want to create a table. Create a table with name EMP with columns E number, E name, salary. Apply checked constraint. Apply checked constraint on salary based on the condition. Based on the condition, salary range between 8,000 and 12,000. If the salary is less than 8,000 or greater than 12,000, it has to display the error. So how to write here? Create table name EMP, column names, E number, data type int. If you want, you can apply primary key for E number, comma E name, data type varchar of 50, comma salary, data type money. Here I'll try to apply check off condition. Salary between 8,000 and 12,000. Like this you can apply. If you enter the salary which is less than 8,000 or greater than 12,000, it will display the error. If you want, you can say, I will show you. Here you can say, here you can check. For example, my table name is EX, I will give EM, some demo, execute. Now here you can open Object Explorer, right click on the tables, refresh. Here right click, edit top 200 rows. Here I'll try to give E number 101, E-name I'll try to give Anil. Here I'll give 7,000. You will get error. Because salary must be between 8,000 and 12,000. 8,000, no error. Here 102, here I'll give Sunil. Here I'll give 13,000. You will get error. 11,000, no error. Like you're applying some conditions. Based on that conditions, you're checking whether to insert the value or not. For that, you have to apply what? Checked constraint. Did you understood? Yeah, you can apply. This is only 2 conditions at a time we can apply if you want. Okay, na? Next, there is syntax to apply. Syntax to apply checked constraint. Syntax to apply checked constraint after creating the table. After creating the table. You can apply the checked constraint either at the time of creating the table or after creating the table. Did you understood? Syntax to apply checked constraint after creating the table. So syntax is alter table name, add check of condition. That's it. Alter table name, add check of condition. So you can apply the checked constraint. After creating the table also you can apply what? Checked constraint. Did you understood? Alter table name, add check of condition. Did you understood? That is how you can apply the checked constraint after creating the table. If you want to give any constraint name also you can give for checked constraint. Alter table name, add constraint name. Now you may get one doubt, sir, you didn't mention the column name now, then what is the problem? If you're not mentioning column name also no problem, because in condition anyway you will mention the condition based on column name. No, for that condition column only the checked constraint will be applied. Did you understood? That is the answer for that. So until now we discussed about what we discussed until now: null constraint, not null constraint, and what? Primary key constraint, unique key constraint, as well as checked constraint. Is it clear? We are applying the constraints actually. Constraints are used to apply some conditions on database objects like what? Tables. Primary key constraint, unique key constraint, these all are different types of constraints that are available. Are you following? So that is how you can work with checked constraint. Next one you can discuss about default constraint. Next one is default constraint. Default constraint. Default constraint means it is used to insert the default value instead of null value. Generally, if you're not inserting any value in the column, by default, what value will be inserted means null value will be inserted. The default value for any column in the table, the default value for any data type is null, null. Okay, in other languages, you have int for 0, default value for int is 0, default value for string is null, default value for double is 0.0, etc. But in SQL, the default value for any data type is null. So default constraint, it is used to insert the default value instead of null value. Which constraint? Default constraint. Syntax. Let's see here, create table, table name, here column name, data type, default of default value, default of default value. If you're not inserting any value, by default, default value will be initialized. Sorry, inserted in the table. Let us see here. I will tell you one example. You will get some clarity. For example, I will create one table. Create table, some attendance. Create table attendance, and here I will give the column names. Column names I will give roll number. Data type I will give int, and here I will give status. Attendance status I will give. Data type I will give char of 1, and here I will apply default. Default of default value I'll give something like absent. And generally, if you're not inserting any attendance, by default absent will be stored. If you're not applying default constraint, what will happen? Default value, null value will be stored inserted in that column. Now let us see, right click on the tables, refresh. Here you can see, right click on attendance, edit top 200 rows. Here I'll give roll number 1001. Status I will not give 1002. I'll give present 1003. I'll give present 1004. 1005. 1006. I'll give present 1007. See, if I'm not giving any value, null value is inserted now. Once when you execute, absent will be there. You see that. Okay. That is about default constraint. If you are not inserting any value, generally by default, null value will be inserted. If you want to insert any default value, you have to apply what? Default constraint. It is used to insert default value instead of null values. Are you following everyone? How many columns you can apply means you can apply for any number of columns based on your condition. Checked constraint will be applied. Okay, na? Until now we discussed about not null constraint, null constraint. Next, primary key constraint, unique key constraint, unique plus not null constraint, checked constraint, default constraint. Next, foreign key constraint. Let us see what is this foreign key constraint. Okay, now. Foreign key constraint is used to establish relationship. Establish relationship between the tables. If you want to establish the relationship between the tables, we have to apply foreign key constraint. Is it clear? So point number one, some points are there. Foreign key constraint will not allow. Foreign key constraint will allow duplicate values. Okay, na? Foreign key constraint will allow duplicate values. Exactly opposite of primary key. Actually, there is no comparison between primary key and foreign key. Just if you want to establish the relation between the tables, you have to apply foreign key constraint. Foreign key constraint will not allow duplicate values. Point number two, foreign key, will allow. Foreign key constraint will allow duplicate values. Foreign key constraint will allow null values. Next, we can apply more than one foreign key constraint on a single table. Is it clear? And foreign key constraint will have constraint name. These points are common. Foreign key constraint will allow duplicate values. Foreign key constraint will allow null values. We can apply more than one foreign key constraint on a single table. Is it clear? So here, the primary key of parent table, will become foreign key in child table. The primary key of parent table will become foreign key in child table. Foreign key constraint will allow duplicate values. Foreign key constraint will allow what? Null values. And the foreign key constraint will have constraint name. The primary key of parent table will become foreign key in what? Child table. It is used to establish the relationship between the tables. Which one? Foreign key constraint. Did you understand? Foreign key constraint is used to establish what? Relationship between the tables. Is it clear? For example, the primary key of one table will become foreign key in another table. Foreign key constraint will allow duplicate values, will allow null values. We can apply more than one foreign key constraint on a single table. Foreign key constraint will have constraint name. The primary key of parent table will become foreign key in child table. Similarly, you can call one more point here. Foreign key constraint is also called as referential referential integrity constraint. Foreign key constraint is also called as referential integrity constraint because foreign key constraint always referencing to primary key table. Foreign key constraint always referencing to a primary key table. Foreign key constraint is used to establish the relationship between the tables. Foreign key constraint will allow duplicate values. Foreign key constraint will allow null values. We can apply more than one foreign key constraint on primary key table. More than one foreign key constraint. Okay. Now the primary key of parent table will become foreign key in child table. Next, if we want to insert the value, in what? Is it clear? If we want to insert the value, did you understand? In foreign key, if we want to insert the value in foreign key column, that value must exist. That value must exist in primary key column. If you want to insert the value in foreign key column, that value must exist in primary key column. Okay, na? Foreign key will allow duplicate values, will allow null values. We can apply more than one foreign key constraint on a single table. We can apply more than one foreign key constraint on a single table. Did you understand? We can apply more than one foreign key constraint on a single table. If you want to insert the value in what? Foreign key column. If you want to insert the value in what? Foreign key column, that value must exist in what? Primary key column. Otherwise, it is not possible. These are the rules you have to follow. If you want to insert the value in foreign key column, then that value must exist in primary key column. Okay, na? Similarly, if we want to delete the value, from primary key, if you want to delete the value from primary key, first we need to delete the value. First we need to delete the value from foreign key. Foreign key will allow duplicate values. Foreign key will allow null values. We can apply more than one foreign key constraint on a single table. The primary key of parent table will become foreign key in child table. Foreign key constraint is also called as referential integrity constraint because foreign key constraint always referencing to primary key table. If you want to insert the value in foreign key column, that value must exist in primary key column. If you want to delete the value from primary key, first we need to delete the value from foreign key. Okay, everyone. Did you understood? So let us see some syntax. Practically, I will show you. You can understand. So let us say I'll try to create a syntax to create foreign key. Okay, na? Syntax is create table name. Here you can mention column name, data type, foreign key, references, primary key table name of primary key column name. This is the syntax actually. Create table name, column name, data type, foreign key, references, primary key table name of primary key column name. Is it clear? So primary key is mandatory. Example, let us see here. Is it clear? For example, if I try to consider two tables are there. Let us assume here I have one table with name department and here I have one more table with name employee. Two tables are there, department table and employee table. Now there is a relation between these two. What is the parent? First, if you take a university or a college, first what is fixed? Department is fixed. Later employee is there. So one department can have many employees. So there is a relation between department and employee. One-to-many relation. Department can have employees. One department can have many employees. So always one is parent table, many is child table. One-to-many relation is there. So apply primary key. Now, if one to many relation is there, the primary key of parent table will become foreign key in child table. And here you have one table with name DEPT with columns D number, D name, depart number 10, ECE, depart number 20, CSC, depart number 30, EEE. And here I have one more table with name employee, having employee number, employee name and salary. And here 101. Okay, na? And here I'll try to give Anil. Here 20,000. Here I'll try to give 102. Here Sunil. Here 30,000. Here I'll try to give 103. Here Ajay. Here 40,000. Here I'll try to give 104. Here I'll try to give James. Here 50,000. Now there is a relation between department and employee. One department can have many employees. Are you following? So if relation is there, if you want to apply foreign key constraint, rules are there. What is the first rule means? So common column must exist in both the tables. Common column must exist in both the tables. So a common column is there in both the tables, that is D number. The primary key of parent table will become foreign key in child table. In department table, department number is primary key. Department number is primary key. In employee table, employee number is primary key. In employee table, department number is foreign key. Foreign key is used to establish the relationship between the tables. Now Anil is working in EC department 10. Sunil is working in EC department. Ajay is working in CSC department. James is working in CSC department. So there are two tables are there. If you want to apply foreign key relation, minimum two tables must exist. Common column must exist in both the tables. Did you understand? Let us see here. I'll try to create one table here. First, I'll create department, create table DEPT, column name D number, data type int, apply primary key, comma E name, department name, D name, data type varchar of 50, and create one more table. Create table, table name EMP, column name E number, data type int, apply primary key, and here E name, data type varchar of 50. And here I'll try to apply salary, data type money. And here I'll try to apply D number, data type int, apply foreign key. Differences, primary key table name, DEPT, of primary key column name, D number. Is it clear? The primary key of parent table will become foreign key in child table. That is mandatory. So the main purpose of primary key is to apply foreign key only. Without primary key, foreign key is not possible. Okay, now here you can see, I'll try to create two tables. Go to your object explorer. Here I'll try to delete this table, EMP. Again, I'll try to create these two tables. Okay, now let us see here. First, I'll try to create the department table, execute. And then I'll try to create the employee table, execute. So here you can go to object explorer, open your database, right click tables, refresh. Here you can see first one is department table. This is department table. And here you have employee table is there. Here I delete all these things so that you will not confuse. Here you have employee table. Try to observe the relation. Okay, now in department table, department number is primary key. In employee table, employee number is primary key. In employee table, department number is foreign key. Is it clear? Now, for example, if I try to insert the value in employee table, here you see. If I try to insert the value in employee table directly. In employee table D number, this is old table, I think. I'll close this. Okay, again I'll open. Right click on employee, edit top 200 rows. Now I'll try to insert the value in employee table 101 Anil. 20,000, 10. You will get error. Why error means? If you want to insert the value in foreign key column, that value must exist in primary key column. Primary key column 10 is not there now, so you're getting error. Here I'll give 10 ECE, 20 CSC, 30 EEE, something like this. Are you following? So here also you can see. Here now no error. Similarly 102. Here Sunil. Here 33,000. Here null. Foreign key will allow null values. It will allow duplicate values, 1 or 3. Possibility is there, no? Two employees can working in same department, 10. 1 or 4, James. Some 20,000. Some 20, something like this. You cannot delete the value from primary key. For example, if I try to delete the department, delete from DEPT. Delete from DEPT where D number is equal to 10. You will get error. Because if you want to delete the value from primary key, first you have to delete the value in foreign key. Dependencies must not be exist. That is how you can work with primary key and foreign key relationships. Are you following? So this is how you can apply the relationship between primary key and foreign key. Foreign key, primary key main purpose is to create foreign key only. Primary key is used to create what? Foreign key. Okay, na? I hope you understood. Right? This is how you can work with primary key and foreign key. Tomorrow we'll discuss. Tomorrow I'll give you some more explanation about foreign key constraint, and we'll discuss about some other topics like on cascade delete, on cascade update, all these things. Okay, na? Any more doubts you have? Yeah, SQL is a language, it is same anywhere. If you want to open the relationship diagram for primary key and foreign key, just here you can see the database diagram, right click, new database diagram. Click on yes. Okay, now here you can select the table DEPT and EMP. Click on add. Here you can see the close. You can see the database diagram. You see all the. Is it clear, everyone? That is how you can work with this. This is a parent table. This is child table. You can establish the relation primary key and foreign key. This is the database diagram. Yeah, that's it. Okay, na? Tomorrow we'll continue. Watch this video. You can find in YouTube so that you'll get clarity. If you're not getting any clarity, tomorrow I'll give some time to clarify your doubts. Thank you. Have a nice day. Bye. I'll send the notes in the WhatsApp group.